You have big dreams. You want to be successful, achieve your goals, and change your life. You have ambition, but no matter how much you want it, there always seems to be something holding you back. Are you lazy? No, you're not. The truth is, you're letting procrastination take control of your time. You wait for the right moment, the perfect motivation, but it never comes. The reality is, if you keep waiting, you'll end up looking back and realizing you've lost precious years of your life. Think about this. Life is short. If you're 30 years old, you have about 50 summers left. That's roughly 50 opportunities to enjoy the warmth, spend time with the people you love, and build something meaningful. But what if those 50 summers pass and you haven't done anything significant? Each one of them is a milestone in your life. There are only 50 summers, and you know what else? As we get older, we start seeing our family less often. Parents know that when their kids grow up, they eventually leave home. Over time, our social circles shrink. The people we love start to drift away. So if you don't seize these opportunities, now they will slip away even faster. Your chance to create memories with those you love is limited. The problem is that we all act as if time is infinite, but it's not. Time is the most precious thing we have, yet many of us waste it without thinking. We spend years chasing status, a promotion at work, or even material things that deep down we know won't bring us long-term happiness. The real question is, what will you regret not doing when you reach the end of your life? Will you look at your job and think, I should have worked harder to climb the corporate ladder? No, you'll probably regret not spending more time with your family, friends, and the people who truly matter. Now, you might be thinking, but I need my job. I need money. And yes, you do. Work is important, but the real question is, are you placing work above the things that truly matter? When you're on your deathbed, your boss won't be there. The ones by your side will be the people you chose to invest your time and energy in, the ones you loved and cared for. Speaking of work, have you ever stopped to consider that laziness isn't really laziness? Laziness is actually fear of starting something and failing, fear of not being good enough, fear of looking at others and thinking you'll never reach where they are. True laziness is fear in disguise. So how can you overcome this? How can you finally take action and make progress toward your goals? The answer lies in starting with small steps. Action creates momentum. When you start, even with a tiny step, things begin to take shape. Here are some simple tips to overcome procrastination and start taking action. Lower the barrier. If the task feels too big, break it down. Start small. If you want to exercise, for example, instead of committing to an hour, do just 5 minutes. Those 5 minutes will turn into 10, 20, and eventually an hour. Use the 5-second rule. When you have an idea or think of doing something, give yourself just 5 seconds to start. Don't overthink it. If you act quickly, procrastination won't have time to stop you. Apply the 2-minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. No matter how small it is, do it now. This keeps your mind engaged and prevents you from getting overwhelmed by accumulated tasks. Turn fear into action. Every time fear strikes, use it as fuel for action. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen if I try? Fear is just a sign that you're about to step out of your comfort zone, and that's always a good thing. Prioritize what truly matters. Don't waste your time chasing a title that will only give you status. Instead, focus on building a life that brings you real joy. At the end of your life, the ones who will remember you aren't your bosses, but the people whose lives you touched with your presence and love. The point is, life won't wait for you. Time is always passing, and what you do now will determine the kind of life you'll have in the future. So if you're waiting for some magical motivation or the perfect moment, it's never going to come. Start now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month. If you keep putting things off, you'll end up full of regrets. Remember, action is the key to turning your dreams into reality. You've already taken the first step by watching this video. Now, the next move is yours. What will you do with your time? The choice is yours.